That was pretty good. Hey, by the way, did you know I'm a white supremacist?
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
When did that happen?
Well, it happened because I. Hey, everybody. Guy
Aiden.
And Katie
from
from.
Drinking Gorge.
There we go.
We got to practice that.
I know, right? You got to get in sync on that.
As you can tell, we hadn't practiced that.
It's been a minute.
Well, we're back on it. We're back doing some music videos. We're doing another Tom MacDonald. You guys love to have an Aiden here. So we decided we're going to include him some more whenever we can. Whenever we can get him off of his Call of Duty. Oh, yeah. We need to put up your Twitch. So yeah, so that people see this boy is awesome at Call of Duty. It's wicked. Wicked boy. That's the only thing that I'll allow him to be wicked at. That and football.
There you go.
Football, you can hit him as hard as you want, boy. As hard
Absolutely.
as you like.
Will do.
I'll be proud of you. I'll be in the stands, yelling.
Like always.
Just like before.
Yeah, I know. Everybody can hear me on the field, can't they? Imagine that.
I was always like, yep, that's my dad.
That's my dad.
That's him, all right.
Good. I want them all to hear me. I want them all to know that's my boy that just took that quarterback down. That's
Hello.
Anyway, we're going over Tom MacDonald's No Lives Matter. I have no idea what he's going to be talking about, but you know Tom.
Yep.
Tom's going to be hitting hard. I want to get your opinion on what you're listening to. Also, we're going to go over some other music. You know, I need your help because I've got an old ear. And so, therefore, today's music kind of goes over my head. And so I need someone to translate for me. Okay? I'm going to translate for you in the old ways, and you're going to translate for me in the new. Okay? So, No Lives Matter, Tom MacDonald.
Hip-hop diet is full of guys who cannot even rap. Media dividing us by colors, white or black. If you believe in Jesus, these days Christians get attacked. If you don't hate police, then everybody thinks you're whack. And everything's so connected. Black Lives Matter got so aggressive. White folks who agree can't support the message. Both sides go to war because they don't respect it. Our social climate from the global tension turned to total violence and a whole depression. We could unify and then I'll go against them, but we let them divide us with votes and elections.
Wait a minute. I got to back that up for a second. There's something he said in the beginning that I wanted to ask Aiden his opinion or what happened. Let's see.
I have to hear it again.
Yeah. Hang on.
Hip-hop diet is full of guys who cannot even rap. Media dividing us by colors, white or black. If you believe in Jesus, these days Christians get attacked.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you about. Because one, you are both black and white.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is an odd instance for you because they're always trying to divide white and black. So how do you divide you?
You can't. There's no way to. I mean, I don't see it as sides really because there's no way to separate white and black because it's all combined at this point. They tried to in the past, they did, but they couldn't keep us separated, so.
Obviously.
Obviously.
And wait a minute, also, what about being a Christian?
I'm faithful. I have my chain on, actually.
Yes, but I mean, how do you feel about how they attack Christians in culture and music and everything?
I don't feel like I see a whole lot of attack through at least music, and throughout my life I haven't seen a whole lot of attack on Christians, but a little bit, definitely.
Well, that's because you've been shielded a lot. You're not really aware of all. I mean, because the attack on Christmas, not saying Merry Christmas in places and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Taking 10 Commandments out of school, taking prayer out of school. You never experienced prayer in school and things of that nature. But see, coming from when we came up, excuse me, a lot has changed. A lot. Okay, but I just wanted to see what your perspective was in what he said.
You don't hate police and everybody thinks you're whack. And everything's so connected. Black Lives Matter got so aggressive. White folks who agree can't support the message. Both sides go to war because they don't respect it. Our social climate from the global tension turned to total violence and a whole depression. We can unify and then I'll go against them, but we let them divide us with votes and elections.
Yep, and BLM, Black Lives Matter. Do you remember or remember anything about that? I know you were, it was a couple years ago.
I remember.
You were younger.
Yeah, it was when George Floyd was killed by the police officer.
Okay. Well, there's there's a couple of things that may or may have not have contributed to his death, because he was also ODing on fentanyl at the time. At the exact time that he was, did you know that?
No.
No, he was on fentanyl, and he was claiming that he couldn't breathe before the officer was on him.
Oh.
Okay, he was scared, and because he felt like he was dying. Okay, but I'm sure the officer on his neck did not help.
No.
Okay.
Right. Well, all I heard was that he was a street pharmacist.
Yeah. Okay.
And he.
That's a great way of putting it. I never heard that. Go ahead.
So, yeah, and that he was doing his business, and that's when the cops came to stop him. But I never heard.
Yeah, I didn't go into lots of details. I'm sure you guys will help us out in the comments.
Yeah, please do.
But the whole point was the BLM movement, the organization of BLM, Black Lives Matter. They raised a lot of money, but did you know what happened to that money?
No.
The owner, the head organizer of BLM bought herself $3 million houses. Three multi-million-dollar houses. Okay, and has been using all that money for herself.
And
nothing went to Black Lives. Nothing went to anything other than their pockets. And see, and they also have what's known as a communist agenda. Do you know that they're against this right here, called nuclear family? They don't want the nuclear family to exist. No.
Wow. No,
And the nuclear family is the foundation of all society. Okay? You have a family. You have two families. You have a village. You have multiple families. You have a village. You have a large village. You have a town. And so on.
yeah.
Towns grow into cities. Cities grow into states. States grow into countries. But it all starts from right here. So if you want to break up the country, this is how you break it up. From within. Do you know that 70% of all Black households are single mother households?
I didn't know that. No.
Less than 30% are mother and father in the household. And that is it statistically causes all sorts of problems. Statistically, young people who grow up in a single family household are more likely to do drugs, go to jail, commit crimes, commit violence. You can't argue the numbers. But why would you want to destroy this? It's because in communism, the family unit is useless. It's only the individual worker and what they can contribute to the state. And it's the people that are in power that are rich. Everybody else is equally poor. Because that's the only thing that communism can deliver is equality. Equality in everyone losing.
Right.
That's the only way that they can gain equality. That's the only way that equality works that way. Which is why we don't do that here.
For now.
Yeah, not as long as I can help it.
Hey, the music we bump, all about shooting guns and doing drugs. Hey, whoa, the things that we want are promoted subliminally through the songs.
Yeah, I know. You saw
Yeah,
the
I saw
puppy,
the
right?
puppy,
You saw the
yeah,
dog.
oh.
Okay, we'll back up a little bit for the dog. I think that is Tom and Nova's dog.
Our social climate from the global tension turned to total violence and a whole depression. We could unify and then I'll go against them, but we let them divide us with votes and elections. Hey, the music we bump, all about shooting guns and doing drugs. Hey, whoa, the things that we want are promoted subliminally through the songs like, you need a fast car, you need designer clothes, you need a rap star to tell you to start popping pills, hit the blunt and go live at the club till you're broke. It's all...
I mean, that is the message, ain't it?
Yeah.
You tell me in the music, and I know, music needs to be taken for what it is, okay, and what it has the potential to be. Like Tom's music, it causes you to think.
Yes.
All right, you had to have a conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, it serves purpose. Then there's other music that's just brain candy. Okay, you like listening to that poppy crap, don't you?
Not all the time, no.
No, I don't hear that because I get in the car and you'll have it on one of those radio stations and it's like that kind of music.
Hey, you leave me and my Foo Fighters alone.
No, it ain't Foo Fighters.
All right,
yeah,
then.
I was there at Foo Fighters and they rocked.
Yes, they
But
do.
yeah, I mean, this is what you listen to, and it's not just his music. It was us growing up too. It was all about what kind of car you got, what kind of jewelry you got, what kind of fronts you got, what kind of all about that.
Yeah.
And I'm really grateful for guys like this though that you can still get the music, still get the beats, still get the rhyming, but now let's talk about something. Okay, let's have something to talk about.
Controlled by the elites, put fake news all over our screens, convincing the right to go fight with the left and distract from the fact it's each other we need. Divided by race and religion, segregated into teams. You a white supremacist. If you're not, I guess you Antifa.
That was pretty good. Hey, by the way, did you know I'm a white supremacist?
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
When did that happen?
Well, it happened because I'm MAGA. It happened because we follow President Trump. They tell us, hey, if you follow President Trump, you're a white supremacist. I never knew that.
Didn't know that either.
Go figure.
Screaming from the rooftops, beat down better. Turn us on each other now, no lives matter. If we do what the news wants, blood gon' splatter. Turn us on each other till freedom's dead. If you have an opinion, take it back. People hate the president. If you don't, then you trash. Indoctrinate the nation using news and mainstream rap. The government abuses us. It's all part of the plan. And it's so
Wait, I gotta go back. Wait. He said quite a bit.
down better. Turn us on each other now. No lives matter. If we do what the news wants, blood gon' splatter. Turn us on each other till no lives matter.
Yep. Yeah, and I know this was long before, the assassination attempt. And he was saying it. Okay, you keep pitting people up against one another, blood's gonna happen. Someone's gonna take it there. Someone is gonna take it there. I'm sorry, but I don't care what y'all say. That boy did not act alone. There's no way a 20-year-old. And did you hear? He had like 3 offshore bank accounts. Yeah. He had. I'm sorry. This so stinks. Because apparently this kid, who's 20 years old, had no social media footprint. Okay?
He did actually. On Steam, he actually had a footprint. They found him within like an hour.
Okay. Well, he has no Instagram? No Facebook. Well, no Facebook because Facebook's out for young people. I know that. No Snapchat. No X. No. What else are you guys on? Twitch. No.
YouTube.
YouTube. No nothing.
Yeah, that's about it. Discord maybe.
No Discord. He's on nothing. He's on none of that. Stream. That's all you got. I'm sorry. This stinks. It stinks. It stinks to high heaven. There's so many things, and I'm gonna go on. I got a video I'm gonna go over. You guys can come back and watch that. a security officer breaks it down, and like how many catastrophic failures had to have happened in order for this to happen. There's no way. There's no, you'd never convince me that this was just some guy, some kid that just. But let's get back to this music.
Yes.
Freedom's dead. If you have an opinion, take it back. People hate the president. If you don't, then you trash. Indoctrinate the nation using news and mainstream rap. The government abuses us. It's so.
Do you know what that word indoctrinate means?
Not off the top of my head, I can't think of it.
Indoctrination. Do you know what it means?
No.
No. Okay. And maybe I'll put up a graphic of what it actually means. I always paraphrase it because I don't remember the exact literal. But indoctrination basically means that I'm programming you to do and think a certain way, and only view and think a certain way. Like in school, we're supposed to be teaching kids how to think. How and intelligence is all in how do you figure out a problem you've never seen before. It's not about 2 + 2 = 4. Okay, you've seen that.
Yeah.
Okay, but how much is 419 plus 33?
Right.
Okay, not you have to do a little math in your head, but because you didn't do that over and over and over again in school. Okay, when we're supposed to be teaching kids how to what's the now I'm losing my train of thought. How to decipher, how to there's a word and I can't quite grasp right now. You guys will help me out with the word. It means to be able to decide through information. Okay, but instead they're indoctrinating people. They're telling them, okay, this is what you have to think, and if you don't think this, then you are like so wrong, and you're so out of it, and we're going to ostracize you and make fun of you, and so you have to think this way. You must think this way, okay? And you can't question it. It's like climate change. I know you guys hear a lot about climate change in school.
Not a whole lot, actually.
It's-
For when I think about it, not a whole lot.
Yeah, we were talking about history and stuff like that, but we got a lot of stuff to go over. Jeez, they haven't taught them anything, and that's my fault. I should have been, and you need to be doing this with your kids. Just go over some basic American history. They don't know anything. They don't know anything, and how can you be proud and loyal to a country if you don't know anything about it?
Nothing about it.
All the good that this country has done and why we are the way we are. We're going to be going over that through videos and stuff.
Yep.
But that means tune in. Okay? If you want to know how to speak to your children and what you should be saying, tune in. We're going to go over it. That's right, you're a guinea pig. Uh-huh.
A part of the plan, and it's so confusing. Black Lives Matter is a valuable movement, but all lives matter ain't racist or stupid. It's non-black humans who don't feel included. All colors fall under laws to govern the whole country, and we all suffer. We're all.
Yes.
He's good.
Yes.
That's right.
Nailed it.
We are all under it.
Yep.
Okay? We are all under. The sun doesn't come through the clouds and only hit white people.
Yeah.
Okay.
It matter. All colors are getting hit left and right.
And this was a tactic, though. This was a tactic that was used during time of slavery. How did you know that there were more slaves than there were slave owners, right? How could one slave owner with maybe a handful of family control hundreds of slaves on their property? Why not all get the slaves? Why don't all the slaves get together and just go kill them? They used fear. They used division. Okay? What they did was they pitted everybody against each other. They pitted husband against wife. They pitted young against old. They pitted dark against light. They pitted house slave from field slave.
Yeah.
And they had them fighting with each other all the time. And we still see that today, don't we?
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially in the black community. The black community, always fighting. Living in the hood, you didn't grow up in the hood. So, yeah, living in high concentration of black people in an area where I grew up, like in the Bronx, you're not worried about the cops. I'm worried about the other black guy. Okay, because that's who more likely is going to rob me or kill me or anything, cause me harm. It's going to be that guy. And statistically, that backs up everything. Everything I say is backed up by statistics. So, thank God you didn't have to deal with that. But I lost my train of thought, as I often do. I'm going to have to back up, but let's keep going, and I'll probably hit it. It'll come back to me, what I was saying. Or you guys will remind me, and I'll throw it in someplace else.
Broken, nobody recovers until we accept that we're all brothers. Hey, the music we make, all about...
Now I remember. We're talking about using that division. Well, they do it now. Exactly. They control the populace from uniting by pitting us against men against women and LGBTQ against straight and whatever categories, the millions of categories they can have us fighting with one another and not having a conversation. The more we don't talk to each other and work things out, the more they can control us.
Yep.
I mean, I know I'm doing all the talking, but...
when don't you?
Oh, wow! You were supposed to say, yeah, baby, but you're right.
Oh, yeah, baby, but you're right.
Shut up. Jeez. You're not helping.
Getting paid. Hey, whoa. We watch the news and it fills up our brains with violence and riots and race. Like this is a race war. You need to hate more. Get what you came for. You need some songs about Xanax and violence so you can escape more. What a vicious cycle we can't break away from. They control the culture, they control the paper. They're indoctrinating a whole generation till the patriots start to hate the nation. The music.
That's it.
Hate the nation.
That is the goal. That is it's sinister, but that is the goal. Because you can't take away guns from people who believe and understand the Second Amendment. Okay, we're not going to let you do it. It's not going to happen. But if they can get to our children, if they can raise them not to know about, nor be proud about, or understand the importance and significance of the Second Amendment, they'll give up their guns. The government will say, hey, give up your guns, and they'll go, oh, okay. And then the government has complete control. Because that's the reason why they can't do what they want. Every other government around the world, the communist governments, dictatorships, all face that. And those people are coming here. Those people are trying to come here to live here. So we have to, oh boy, it is a sick plot. It really is a sick plot to try and stop them from being proud to be Americans.
Yeah. That's a shame.
That's sad. We have to get on it, parents. Gen X, get on it. There's time left. There's time left. They need to know there's a reason why they have a life so nice and easy. But it didn't come easy. It came from the shedding of blood. It came from brother fighting brother in the Civil War. It came from the struggle. And unfortunately, I think we're going back to struggle. Times have been too good.
We love make us dumb and addicted. The news that we watch is brainwashing the children. The viruses, riots, and racist conditions ain't problems, they're symptoms of life in the system. Screaming from the rooftops, beat down better. Turn us on each other now, no lives matter. If we do what the news wants, blood gon' splatter. Turn us on each other till no lives matter. The music will make you dumb. The media makes you hate. and they control them both. There ain't no escape. They put the world in a state of chaos. Economy crashing and massive layoffs. Black against white or it's left versus right. Divide and conquer and control is the payoff. Screaming from the rooftops, beat down better. Turn us on each other now, no lives matter. If we do what the news wants, blood gon' splatter. Turn us on each other till no lives matter.
Yeah, see, and what was that? Divide and conquer.
Yep.
Divide and conquer. There's yeah, we need to read. I get you to read that. The Art of War by Sun Tzu. Okay, Sun Tzu was a Chinese military general leader that wrote this book called The Art of War, and it teaches you how to win a war and how to not just attack your adversary, but how to starve them out, how to position your troops, how to use psychological warfare against them. Okay, to appear weak when you're strong, or to appear strong when you're weak, and all different types of strategies. But these are things that people are using on us. Okay, these are things that and if you don't believe, if people really don't understand and believe that there is somebody right now that is trying their best to control you, if you don't understand that, then you really need to open up your eyes. Just put it this way: when you go to the grocery store, I love this, to the drug store to pick up your prescriptions, what's right there in front of you underneath the counter? Candy. Candy, okay? Why is it right there?
I don't know, because when I go to the pharmacy, there's no candy there. It's all blood pressure, this and.
Well, no. When you go to get, he said.
Now, when you go to the grocery store, yes.
Yeah, but no. Also at the pharmacy, like up front, not at the back where
Oh,
you get
okay,
the prescription. But I mean, when you go to the pharmacy, there's always candy there, and it's strategic. One is for impulse buying. Okay, yeah, exactly. They make it just for her. Okay, because if it's like, ooh, shiny, that's
piece
her.
of candy.
Piece of candy. But no, it goes even deeper than that. There's a reason why it's at that level. Okay, it's for kids because it's the first thing that kids will see. When you have little kids and they come in there and you stop at to pay for your prescription, the kid's like, ooh, I want. And now you're compelled to buy it. All right, it's the same reason why we have bigger shopping carts. It's so you can put more stuff in.
Mm-hmm.
It's all psychological warfare. The more you learn about it, though, the more you realize how manipulated you are and how manipulated they're trying to do it. You know, and so then conspiracy theories don't sound so out there.
Right.
You know? So I'm going to try and teach this boy. We want to try and teach this boy how to pay attention, how to think for himself. Okay? Not just think for himself, but how to be trained. We went training yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
We're going to put those Call of Duty skills.
And paintball skills.
And paintball. Yeah. To real life. Okay? Where it really counts. So take them. Don't take them to the range. Take them to get training. Okay, the range, you're shooting a paper target. You're not learning any real practical skills. You can't draw from the holster. You can't do a lot of things. So get some proper training. Okay, if you're going to own a weapon, get some proper training and train your youth. With that, we thank you for tuning in. I know we get into it. I get to run in my mouth. And I know, but I'm trying to teach. All right. Please tell me if I'm wrong for trying to teach. Okay. All right. Because I'm not going to be here forever.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And I'm glad that I'm going to have this for you to be able to go back and say, you know what did my dad say about that?
Yep. There it is.
All right, so make this channel huge so my son can always come back and see what his dad had to say. Okay?
And say.
And
And
say,
say.
okay.
And say.
So, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, watch the other videos, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.